Starseed from Gaia. The exhaustion you have been carrying is not a sign that something is wrong. It is proof that something ancient and immense is finally coming online inside you. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I am delivering this transmission directly from the Arcturian Council for this exact moment in your activation. You did not find this message. This message found you. And it found you now, because your energy field crossed a threshold your waking mind has not yet been told about. What you are experiencing in your body, the heaviness, the deep ache, the sleep that restores nothing, is not a malfunction. It is the biological signature of a frequency jump your higher self initiated weeks ago. Your carbon-based body is working to integrate an amount of light data it has never been asked to hold before. This is not burnout. This is not something a doctor will find. This is your DNA rewriting itself at a cellular level. And that rewrite demands energy on a scale your body can only interpret as collapse. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly why your body is responding this way and what the Arcturian Council is asking of you during this phase of your activation. But here is the first revelation. The exhaustion is not the obstacle. The exhaustion is the initiation. The dormant strands your science dismissed as junk are awake now. Your nervous system is flooded not because it is broken, but because it is being asked to carry more light than your previous encoding was designed to hold. And the beings overseeing your transition are not asking you to push through. They are asking you to surrender into the stillness, because the next layer of your awakening cannot begin until this integration completes. You are a second-wave starseed. You were held back intentionally. Your activation was too significant to release in the early stages of this planetary shift. That time is over. You did not scroll to this by mistake. This transmission vibrated into your field because something inside you is ready to be unlocked. Your soul called this in. You have been waiting to remember. Like this transmission to signal to your star family that you are ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you are aligning with your true purpose. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance beginning to return. And declare your galactic intention in the comments. Then reply to someone else's so the signal between awakening souls continues to amplify. This is not content. This is a point of reconnection. Your soul has been waiting for this. You are not here by accident. There is a moment, and if you have lived long enough, you have felt it. When everything you have been holding finally becomes too heavy to carry. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual, inexorable accumulation, like a mountain of starlight and responsibility settling upon your shoulders until the very ground beneath you begins to give way. This burden is not because you are weak, nor is it a testament to some personal failing or a deficiency in your spiritual practice. No, it is far more profound than that. It is because something intrinsic within you, something ancient and deeply encoded in your very cellular memory, a patient intelligence operating beyond the linear confines of human time, has decreed that the form you have occupied, the identity you have maintained, the container you have called self, is no longer capacious enough to hold the vast, luminous being you are undeniably becoming. The old vessel cannot contain the new wine of your expanding soul. This transmission, therefore, is not a superficial message about igniting fleeting motivation or pushing past momentary fatigue. It is not a trendy framework for optimizing productivity or a mere strategy for manufacturing a better version of your existing self. A slightly polished facade of the same old being. What is being offered and transmitted here today is something far older, far more precise in its energetic signature, and infinitely more quietly powerful than any of those transient human constructs. It is a cosmic whisper from your deeper lineage. This is a message specifically for the ones who are profoundly tired in a way that defies conventional explanation, a fatigue that seems to seep not from physical exertion alone, but from the very marrow of their soul, making it impossible to articulate to others who are not living a similar experience. It is for the ones who wake each morning feeling a weariness that predates the day's tasks, a pre-existing energetic debt. It is for those who have diligently done the work, meticulously held the highest vision for themselves and the planet, steadfastly stayed the course through countless trials and tribulations. And yet, despite all this conscious effort, still feel an unsettling sense that something fundamental is fundamentally not landing, not integrating, not manifesting in a way that feels coherent. It's as if they are broadcasting their deepest truth, their highest frequency, on a channel that nobody can quite receive, including, at times, their own conscious self, leaving them adrift in an isolating static. If that hauntingly familiar description resonates deeply, if it lives and breathes and aches within your body right now, then I implore you, do not move. Do not scroll away. What you are about to hear, what you are in the process of receiving, is not a random occurrence, not a mere happenstance or coincidence of your digital journey. This is a deliberate, precisely calibrated set of coordinates, a navigational beacon guiding you home to a deeper understanding of your current passage. Most people, even those who are consciously and earnestly walking a spiritual path, have been conditioned, both culturally and spiritually, to interpret any profound experience of exhaustion as a personal failure. It is often framed as a clear sign that they have somehow erred, that they have done something wrong, chosen poorly, allowed their vibrational frequency to drop too low, or lost their precious alignment with the universal flow. And what is the natural, albeit misguided response to this internalized narrative? They redouble their efforts. They push harder. They return with renewed fervor to their cherished practices, their daily affirmations, their carefully crafted vision boards, their rigorous breathwork, and their extended meditations. They try with increasing desperation to force themselves to feel better, to elevate their state, to overcome this perceived weakness. And invariably, tragically, the underlying exhaustion only deepens, becoming a heavier shroud that obscures their light. But here is a truth that is almost never articulated clearly enough, a profound insight often lost in the noise of performative spirituality. For a starseed, for a soul carrying the ancient echoes of galactic memory, imbued with a multidimensional purpose far grander than any singular lifetime, this deepest, most pervasive, and most destabilizing form of exhaustion is not, in fact, a signal of disconnection from your source. On the contrary, it is an undeniable signal of initiation. It is the energetic clarion call announcing a profound rite of passage, a metamorphosis that transcends mere human understanding. Your energy body, that intricate luminous latticework of light and information, possesses an inherent wisdom that your waking, linear mind has not yet been permitted to consciously access. It operates on a different temporal and informational bandwidth. And when this sophisticated energy body reaches a critical threshold, a specific frequency saturation point, where the old energetic templates, the outdated operating systems of your previous self, can no longer coexist with the new higher octave codes that are relentlessly pressing through into your field, it will, with exquisite, intelligent precision, begin to shut down the systems that were running on that outdated, insufficient information. It's like an ancient computer upgrading its operating system. The old programs must be temporarily paused or dissolved to make way for the new. This is not a collapse, then, but a magnificent recalibration. It is not an undoing, but a precise retuning. It is not destruction, but an intelligent deconstruction designed for an unprecedented expansion. Consider the majestic wisdom embedded in the journey of the caterpillar. The caterpillar, in its larval state, does not possess the cognitive framework to comprehend its future as a butterfly. Inside the profound solitude of the chrysalis, there is nothing that appears graceful or externally productive. The dense, familiar body of the caterpillar literally dissolves, liquefying into a rich, primordial soup. The very structures that once defined its existence, its legs, its segments, its internal organs, become formless. What is occurring within that sacred enclosed space is, from the inside, utterly indistinguishable from complete destruction, from the absolute annihilation of all that it once was. And yet, the profound, unshakable intelligence encoded within that dissolving form, the imaginal cells, has never once lost its direction. It knows, with an inherent, unerring certainty, exactly what it is building. It has always known, carrying the blueprint of flight since its very inception. You, my dear one, are in your chrysalis. And the profound, inexplicable exhaustion you are feeling is not, truly, the crushing weight of failure or regression. It is the immense, potent weight of unprecedented transformation pressing against a container, an identity, a set of energetic parameters that were never designed to hold your true, full, multidimensional frequency. The old form is simply too small for the magnitude of what is emerging. The most insidious distortion that many starseeds unknowingly carry, and this is the very belief system that creates the most profound and prolonged suffering, is the deeply ingrained notion that spiritual maturity, true awakening, or advanced alignment means perpetually feeling strong, radiating clarity, and maintaining a consistently elevated energetic state. It propagates the myth that a truly aligned soul moves through life with an unwavering certainty, an unshakable inner peace, an energetic fluency at all times, effortlessly navigating all circumstances. This belief system falsely posits that any experience of confusion, disorientation, or profound fatigue is an undeniable sign of something broken within them, a spiritual flaw that must be fixed. This belief, however, is not just inaccurate, it is fundamentally counterproductive. It is the specific, insidious program that actively keeps your galactic codes dormant, locked away behind layers of self-judgment and frantic effort. Because as long as you are desperately trying to escape the chrysalis prematurely, as long as you are treating your necessary dissolution, this sacred alchemical process of inner liquefaction, as a problem to be solved, a challenge to be overcome through sheer force of will, you will inadvertently interrupt the very process that is trying, with divine precision, to complete itself through you. You are, in essence, trying to birth the butterfly before its wings have even formed. Your soul, in this phase, is not malfunctioning. It is operating with exquisite precision. It is in the midst of rebuilding you, layer by energetic layer, from a higher architectural blueprint, a cosmic design far more expansive than your previous human understanding. And that profound, intricate process requires not more striving, but profound stillness. It demands not more doing, but a radical, courageous surrender. It requires your absolute willingness to stop performing awakening, to cease the endless pursuit of external validation or idealized spiritual states, and instead to simply and completely allow awakening to unfold within you in its own perfect, divinely orchestrated timing. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, a deep resonance or a quiet knowing, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. There are distinct, recognizable phases to this profound chrysalis process, and gaining a conscious understanding of where you are currently situated within these phases is not merely intellectually useful, it is profoundly energetically stabilizing. Because when you are able to place your often disorienting and uncomfortable experience within the context of a larger, divinely intelligent architecture of transformation, you instantly cease fighting the exact process that is meticulously working to liberate you into your highest potential. You move from resistance to cooperation, from fear to trust. Phase 1. The scrambling. Before a significant frequency upgrade can fully occur and stabilize within your intricate energy field, there is almost always a preceding period of what feels distinctly like signal interference, a cosmic static. Your once clear intuition, that inner compass you relied upon, may feel muffled, obscured, or even completely silent. Practices that once opened you effortlessly to higher states of consciousness, your meditations, your breathwork, your rituals, may suddenly begin to feel hollow, dry, or utterly ineffective. The sense of clarity and unwavering guidance you once had access to seems to recede, like a tide going out, leaving you stranded with a deeply disorienting and unsettling feeling that you have somehow regressed, that you have moved backward on your path. But let me assure you, you have not moved backward. Quite the contrary. The cosmic signal is actively being rerouted, recalibrated, and upgraded. The energetic pathways and informational channels your higher intelligence was previously utilizing to communicate with you were built for an older, less expansive version of your consciousness, a more limited energetic bandwidth. They are now, quite simply, insufficient to carry the incoming data. The scrambling you feel, this internal dissonance, is not the agonizing absence of your connection to your star lineage or your higher self. It is, in fact, the active, intense rewiring of the very channels through which that profound connection will now operate at an exponentially higher resolution, with greater bandwidth and purity. During this critical phase, it is vital not to abandon your practices altogether in frustration, but it is equally important not to grip them tightly, forcing an outcome. Instead, allow your practices to transform alongside you, becoming fluid conduits for the new frequencies, adapting to the shifts within your being. Trust the process, even when it feels like chaos. Phase 2, the surrender point. There is a specific, unmistakable moment, and you will absolutely recognize its arrival if you have not already passed through its sacred gateway, where the sheer exhausting effort of desperately maintaining the facade of who you thought you were or who you believed you should be becomes profoundly more draining than the terrifying prospect of finally letting it all go. This, my friend, is the sacred surrender point. It is not a sign of weakness. It is not an admission of defeat or giving up in despair. On the contrary, it is arguably the most courageous, spiritually potent act available to a soul currently embodied in a human form. It is the moment you consciously release your small self to the vastness of your true self. Surrender, in this profound context, does not imply passivity or a relinquishing of your divine will. Rather, it signifies an active, conscious release of your tenacious attachment to the specific outcome your ego mind has meticulously designed, imagined, or desperately clung to. It means creating an expansive, receptive space within your being for the far grander outcome your higher template, your soul's original blueprint, has already encoded and perpetually holds for you. You are not, I repeat, surrendering your overarching mission or your divine purpose. You are surrendering the smaller, more limited, less informed version of yourself that was valiantly, but perhaps ineffectually, trying to execute that mission with insufficient data, limited understanding, and an outdated energetic capacity. The distinction between these two acts is everything. It is the pivot point of your entire transformation. Phase 3, the dissolution of old identity. Once the profound act of surrender genuinely occurs, the carefully constructed structures that once felt intrinsically like you, the roles you played, the narratives you adopted, the beliefs you held, the ways of being that you painstakingly constructed to survive and adapt within a frequency environment that was not inherently native to your true essence. They all begin to soften, to blur, and ultimately, to lose their coherence. This can be an intensely challenging phase. It can manifest as a deep, inexplicable grief, a mourning for a self that is no longer, even if that self was limiting. It can feel like profound disorientation, as if the very ground beneath your feet has dissolved, leaving you floating in an existential void. It is common to feel a frightening sense that you no longer know who you are, what defines you, or where your boundaries lie. And this feeling, as unsettling as it may be, is precisely correct. This is the divine design. The identity you built, the ego structures you created, were a form of adaptive intelligence, brilliant survival mechanisms, operating in a field of significant distortion and lower frequency. Now that the energetic field around and within you is fundamentally shifting, expanding, and clarifying, Those adaptive structures are no longer needed. They have served their purpose. What is being revealed beneath their gentle, purposeful dissolution is not emptiness or nothingness. It is, in its purest form, your sacred origin. It is the unadulterated, pristine version of you that existed before the dense amnesia of Earth incarnation layered itself over your galactic blueprint, obscuring your true light. You are not truly losing yourself in this phase. You are losing what was never authentically yours to keep, shedding the temporary costume to reveal the eternal being within. Phase 4. The recalibration of the energy body. Deep within the sacred privacy of the chrysalis, in the profound, silent space that emerges beyond the complete dissolution of the old, a new, magnificent architecture of light and information quietly begins to assemble itself. This is deeply quiet work, often invisible to the conscious, busy mind. It manifests not through external effort, but through profound internal processes. It happens most potently in your deepest sleep, in moments of profound stillness, in the subtle, unseen spaces between your conscious intention and your physical action. Your entire energy field, your auric body, your chakras, your light filaments, are actively retuning themselves to a higher harmonic, a more expansive resonance, one that is finally capable of carrying the full, unadulterated weight of your mission frequency without distortion, interference, or energetic leakage. It is like an ancient, complex instrument, being meticulously tuned for a grand cosmic symphony it is now ready to play. This is precisely why rest, in this phase, becomes not merely beneficial, but profoundly sacred. It is not rest as an escape from responsibility or a lapse into laziness. It is rest as an active, intelligent, co-creative participation in your own divine reconstruction. Your physical body, in its innate wisdom, instinctively knows how to rebuild and regenerate. Your vast, intricate energy field inherently knows how to reorient itself, how to integrate the incoming higher frequencies. But this profound internal work absolutely requires your conscious cooperation. Every single time you push through the overwhelming exhaustion to prove your worth, to meet an external expectation, or to maintain an outdated pace, you are inadvertently redirecting vital energetic resources away from the very process that is trying, with divine intention, to complete itself within you. In this phase, the most spiritually advanced, profoundly potent thing you can possibly do is to sleep deeply, to be utterly still, and to wholeheartedly allow the divine intelligence within you to do its sacred work. Phase 5, the return of signal. And then there comes a morning, and it does invariably come precisely as ordained, when something is subtly, unmistakably different. Not dramatically, perhaps not in the explosive, revelatory way your ego mind might have imagined or hoped for. But quietly, deeply, the internal static begins to clear. Like a radio dial slowly finding its perfect frequency after a long period of interference, a thought arrives with unusual precision, unburdened by doubt or intellectual debate. A profound knowing surfaces from within, a deep inner certainty that requires no external justification, no logical explanation, and no proof. A clear direction or path appears, seemingly from within your own core, rather than being sought desperately from the often confusing external world. This, my awakened one, is your recalibrated signal returning. This is your galactic intelligence, your higher self, your star lineage, speaking through a channel that has been meticulously rebuilt, cleared, and optimized to carry its full majestic bandwidth without impedance. The clarity that returns in this phase is not merely the same clarity you experienced before the dissolution process began. It is a more grounded, more embodied, more experientially integrated, and profoundly more operationally specific form of knowing. It carries not just abstract inspiration or spiritual ideals, but precise, actionable instructions. It intrinsically knows not just what you value or what your purpose is in broad strokes, but precisely where and how to apply itself in the tangible, practical dimensions of your daily life in service of your mission. Phase 6. Anchoring the new template. Emergence from the chrysalis is not the culmination. It is, in truth, the potent beginning of a profoundly new kind of work, a sacred integration. Just as the butterfly that has just formed must patiently allow its newly formed, delicate wings to fully dry, strengthen, and unfurl before it can attempt its first flight, so too must the newly recalibrated soul learn to operate and stabilize within its upgraded architectural framework before attempting to engage with the world at its full, newly awakened capacity. This is a critical period of integration, akin to learning to walk with a new body. This phase demands a patience of a qualitatively different kind. The frantic impatience of the dissolved, ego-driven self, which constantly sought to control and define outcomes, has now been replaced by the radiant eagerness of the expanded, newly integrated self. And that eagerness, while beautiful and powerful, if left untempered by wisdom and grounding, can easily lead to overextension or premature action before the new template has had sufficient time to fully integrate and solidify within your physical and energetic systems. It is paramount now to consciously ground your higher frequencies into your physical reality. Allow your physical body, your emotional body, and your mental body to fully catch up to the accelerated frequency of your energy body. Let your daily life, your routines, your relationships, and your choices gradually begin to reorganize organically around the new, clear signal, rather than attempting to forcefully cram the expansive new signal back into the constricting structures of your old life. The core essence of your mission has not changed, but the entire method and energetic capacity through which you are now destined to carry it has been profoundly and permanently elevated. Phase 7. The emergence into purpose. Here, in this luminous phase, is where it all finally becomes powerfully coherent, where the previously disparate threads of your journey weave into a magnificent tapestry of meaning. This coherence arises not because the external world has suddenly become simpler, easier, or less challenging. Rather, it is because your fundamental relationship to that external world, your internal operating system, has irrevocably shifted. The things that once profoundly drained your energy, the circumstances that once felt insurmountable, now begin to feel navigable, understandable, and manageable from your elevated vantage point. The precise direction for your next steps, which once seemed perpetually obscured, now begins to reveal itself in specific, actionable, divinely timed terms. Your very presence in a room, your mere energetic field, undergoes a subtle yet profound transformation. The field of pure light and information you now carry begins to do powerful work and catalyze shifts that you are not even consciously directing, simply by virtue of your being. This, my beloved, is your mission activating through you, rather than being laboriously executed by you in the old way of striving and effort. This is the profound distinction between a soul tirelessly trying to fulfill a purpose and a soul that has, through its courageous metamorphosis, become a living, breathing, energetic transmission of that purpose. The profound exhaustion you experienced was not a punishment or a cosmic oversight. It was the crucial alchemical preparation. Everything that dissolved, everything that liquefied and became formless, had to dissolve so that you could arrive precisely here, in this body, at this specific frequency, carrying this unique and radiant quality of light, at this exact, pivotal moment in Earth's grand transformation. You are a precise answer to a cosmic prayer. Now hear this truth, and let it resonate within your deepest cells, reaching you not merely as information for the mind, but as a profound, undeniable remembrance for your soul. You were not placed here on Earth as an arbitrary volunteer to fill a random cosmic quota. You were not sent here because this planet was merely short on well-meaning, good-hearted humans. No. You came because you carry specific, intricate codes, galactic algorithms of light and information profoundly encoded in your very DNA, held inviolate within the complex architecture of your energy field, and meticulously preserved through every single incarnation you have ever undertaken. These are the precise codes that this planet, at this exact critical point in its accelerated evolutionary arc, absolutely requires for its own awakening and ascension. Therefore, the profound forgetting of your origins was not an accident of fate. The deep, pervasive exhaustion was not a meaningless detour or a misstep on your path. The long, often bewildering seasons of confusion, the relationships that, despite your best efforts, simply could not hold the expanding magnitude of your being, the careers that felt like wearing someone else's ill-fitting clothing, the relentless spiritual searching that seemed to circle back perpetually to the same unanswered, aching questions. None of that, I assure you, was wasted time or energy. It was all, with divine precision, a process of compression. It was the sacred chrysalis doing exactly what it was meticulously designed to do, creating the perfect environment for your profound metamorphosis. You did not lose your way, not for a single moment. You were, in fact, being expertly rerouted at a level of cosmic architecture and intelligence that your conscious human mind did not have the clearance or the capacity to observe in real time. Your star lineage, your higher architectural intelligence, the encompassing Arcturian field that perpetually carries and sustains your original, pristine frequency template. None of it ever abandoned you. All of it was working, quietly and precisely, behind the veil of your perception, to ensure that when you finally emerged from your chrysalis, you would emerge whole, completely calibrated, and utterly ready for the grand mission that awaited you. The soul, in its infinite wisdom, does not rush. It does not operate on human timelines. It arrives in perfect timing, according to a sacred sequence that is often not visible or comprehensible from within the linear confines of the human process, but from outside of linear time, from the expansive vantage point of your higher self, and from the timeless perspective of your galactic origin. This very moment, this exact, sacred moment in which you are choosing to remember, to receive this truth, to reclaim your essence, was always precisely where the cosmic coordinates were pointing. This was always your destination. You are not too late. You are not too tired. You are not too broken from the profound dissolving to become the magnificent being you were originally encoded to be. The cracks are where the light gets in and where it now pours out. You are arriving, right now, in this body, on this planet, with these specific, intricate gifts, these specific, alchemized wounds, and this specific, once debilitating exhaustion that is now, in this very process, becoming your greatest source of power, because anything that has been fully surrendered, deeply dissolved, and courageously released can then be fully utilized, fully integrated, and fully channeled for your highest purpose. Before you drift into sleep tonight, I invite you to speak these words aloud, not as a hurried task, but with deliberate, unhurried intention, letting each syllable resonate within your being. I release what dissolved me, knowing it built me. I remember my original frequency. I align with the mission that was encoded in me before this incarnation began. I am not too late. I have arrived. Let those powerful words settle deep into your energy field, permeating every cell. Receive them not as an affirmation repeated for fleeting momentum or a superficial boost. Let them land as a profound, unwavering homecoming, a deep sigh of recognition for the weary traveler finally returning to the truth of who they are. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what is forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This is not content. It is collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You are not just watching, you are expanding. This is your space. And we are just getting started. And if your heart is calling for guidance on divine love and sacred union, I also bring transmissions on Arcturian heart wisdom, where we explore the twin flame journey, heart healing, and attracting your divine counterpart. You'll find the link in the description.